How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC Fight Night Velasquez versus Blades 2. A big card in the heavyweight division as CAIN Velasquez takes on Curtis Blades. Also, Amanda Heba, Stam Fairtex, Duho Choi in there, Felicia Spencer. It's a good card overall, live from British Columbia. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into our rankings. The last time the rankings were updated, Travis Brown up into the top 15 now. Junior Albini back into the fold at heavyweight. Nothing at light heavyweight. At middleweight, Justin Burlinson into the top 10. Elias Theodorou down to number 18 in the division. At welterweight, nothing going on. Super lightweight, Musayev and Pichel are in the rankings after joining the super lightweight division. At lightweight, Barnawi down to number 5. Gillespie is now number 8. At featherweight, we have Ricardo Ramos into the top 7. Daniel Torres joining the fray at number 20. At bantamweight, we have John Lineker moving down to number 23. Still can't see the guy that beat him, Oleg Borisov. At flyweight, Kyle Burasai up to number 17. Ben Wynn down to number 24. At featherweight, we have Obata and Halliburton moving up. Rack moving down. Leah McCourt into the top 10. She is 3-1 in the UFC. Women's bantamweight, Macedo at number 4 after that big win over GDR. Nothing else really going on. Nothing at flyweight and nothing at strawweight. With that said, let's go ahead and get into Velasquez versus Blades 2. Our next episode will be Gustafsson versus Overeem. We are making our way towards UFC 300. 10 title fights on that card. Going to be streaming it live on both Twitch and YouTube. That should be a big one. But with that said, let's get into Velasquez and Blades. Once again, live from British Columbia. We'll get it going, starting, of course, with our prelims, as it is Jason Jackson taking on Lowen Tai Nanis in the 175 division, and it is Tai Nanis getting it done via unanimous decision. He is now 4-2 in his UFC career. Glenn Sparv taking on Abu Azaitar in the middleweight division, and it is Sparv getting it done here today via TKO in the middleweight division. Anatoly Tokov taking on Impa Kasanganay, one of our old friends. Tokov gets the win via unanimous decision now to move to 5-3 in his UFC career. Ray Sloan taking on Reiner de Ritter in the light heavyweight division, and it is Sloan getting the win over de Ritter. Ray Sloan now 4-3 in his UFC career over de Ritter here today. Moving along, Corey Hendricks taking on Mikhail Ragozin in the light heavyweight division, and it is Ragozin getting the TKO victory in round number 1. Coming off a 2-fight losing streak, he needed this win badly. Moving along, we have Moldavsky taking on Zane Flower in the heavyweight division, and it is Southpaw Zane Flower getting the win via unanimous decision here today. Jared Vanderraa taking on Augusto Sakai, also in the heavyweight division. Vanderraa coming off a loss to Alexei Oleinik, I believe last week, and it is Sakai knocking out Vanderraa in round number 1. Rudy Shafraw taking on Zumana Cisse in the heavyweight division. Odds-on favorite is Cisse, and it's Shafraw who knocks out Cisse in round number 1. He's now 2-2 in his UFC career. Georgi Kitchigan taking on Kimrian Abasov at the 185 division. Kitchigan is a huge favorite in this one, and with good reason. Submission due to an armbar in round number 1 in what was a decent fight. Moving along, Hesti Jurgis taking on Ben Sassoli in the heavyweight division. Jurgis is a huge favorite, and Jurgis gets the win via 3rd round TKO. Davison Figueiredo taking on JPBs in our first main card fight of the night. JPBs 15-3-1, huge favorite against the former champion in Davison Figueiredo. And it is JPBs who gets a unanimous decision win over Davison Figueiredo here today. Bees is now 7-1-1 in his UFC career after a split draw the last time out. Alicia Spencer taking on Macy Chiasson in the featherweight. Yeah, the featherweight division. Spencer 15-4, Chiasson 13-5. Chiasson a little bit of a favorite, a couple inches taller, and she knocks out Alicia Spencer in round number 1. Macy Chiasson with a big one here today after losing to Nunes for the bantamweight title, I believe. Yeah, the bantamweight title. Now making a case for the featherweight title after knocking out Felicia Spencer. Up next, we have Mura Takami taking on Kaliso Sangsorn in the bantamweight division. A couple of really good prospects, a couple of ladies that we might be seeing more of in the future. And it is Mura Takami getting a TKO in round number 2, a big win over Kaliso Sangsorn. She's now 4-0 in her UFC career. Moving right along, Sergio Giglio taking on Do Ho Choi, the Korean Superboy, in the featherweight division. Giglio 19-2, very impressive record as he takes on Do Ho Choi. And it's Do Ho Choi who gets a split decision over Giglio here today. Giglio is now 19-3 in his career, I should say. And Do Ho Choi, still ranked at featherweight, still getting it going, coming off a couple straight wins now. Co-main event of the evening time as Amanda Ribas takes on Stamp Fairtex in the strawweight division. Fairtex 6-2 in the UFC, coming off consecutive losses, and Amanda Ribas on the other end, coming off a loss to Rose Namajunas for the title. And in our co-main event, we have Stamp Fairtex knocking out Amanda Ribas in round number 2. That is a big win for Stamp Fairtex to climb up the ladder once again. And it is main event time. Cain Velasquez and Curtis Blades going at it. Blades is the underdog in this one. Cain Velasquez, number 4 in the division, coming off the loss to John Jones for the title in April of 2023. That was like a full year ago practically. He's now 41 years old. Curtis Blades on the other side of that, coming off a win over Yair Rozenstruik to a knockout. Before that, lost to Gustafsson and then TKO'd Fedor Emelianenko. But I mean, 4 straight losses from 2021 to 2022. Not very good. It's our main event, so let's go ahead and get it going. Razor Blades taking on Cain Velasquez. There is the opening bell as Velasquez immediately shooting in for a takedown, and Blades has to pull guard. As I'm recording this, a UFC fight is going on, and it looks like it just ended. And I think Trey Ogden did enough to get the decision, which is not good for me because I had money on Levitt, but oh well. Double underhooks for Blades. Velasquez looking for a takedown. Blades blocks the attempt. Round 1 comes to a close, and it looks like Velasquez may have won it. Back underway. Punch from Blades fails to land. Into the clinch. Velasquez just pushing up Blades against the fence now. A couple dirty boxing shots, it looks like. Gluttony says he has Blades. Takedown attempt. Stuck up against the cage. Main event here of this episode. Under a minute left to go in round number 2. Underhooks, Blades look for a takedown, can't get it. Round 2 comes to an end. Round 3. Velasquez keeping it going. Blades defending it well. Underhooks, Blades looks for a takedown. Blades can't get a takedown. Halfway through round number 3. There's the slam. Velasquez gets a slam onto Curtis Blades. Blades has his back taken. Submission attempt, and he gets it. Cain Velasquez is your winner via submission. The rear naked choke gets it done. In our main event, CAIN Velasquez getting it done as Jordan Levitt is announced the winner by split decision, which is good for me. I didn't see it that way, honestly, but sure. CAIN Velasquez gets it done in our main event. We did not have any fantastic fights. So let's see here. What do we want to make our fight of the night? Great fights. We had 2 great fights. We'll give it to the heavyweights, Jurgis and Sassoli. Any first round finishes? We got Chiasson. Let's see. We've got Kitchigan. We've got Shafroth. We've got Sakai. We've got Ragozin, and we've got Spar. A couple first round finishes on the undercard. And we take a little bit of a hit on our profit, obviously, but that's okay. Highest paid fighters of the night, Stamp Fairtex, CAIN Velasquez, Hesty Jurgis. Love to see these guys get those $100,000 bonuses. Appreciate you guys as always for watching this video. UFC 300 is going to be an insane episode. I cannot wait for that. Appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next one.